Hello there, it's Jennifer McCreath again. It is still Sunday, April 1st. I just wanted to log in again and talk a little bit about Troy Adams and the amazing experience I had this morning meeting up with this young man. Troy Adams was in a major car accident in 2003, suffered a brain injury, and went through, an extensive recovery and rehabilitation program. Um, Unfortunately, he faced a lot of stereotyping and discrimination, and not unlike myself, coming out as a transsexual, people all of a sudden started questioning my abilities to do the very same things I'd done my entire life. This guy decided it was time to raise education and awareness, and took up a sport that I know very well, long-distance running, and this morning he embarked on a cross-Canada run to raise awareness to brain injuries and to get the facts out there, and also reach out and find other people who are survivors, as he calls them, not victims. I found out about Troy just a couple days ago. I was on Out of the Fog, a local broadcast journalism talk show, and turned out he was on the schedule for the very next day. So I immediately reached out to him and said, "Hey, let's get together. I'll do whatever I can to help you promote your run, at least locally." Didn't get a whole lot of attention from the media, but I also got to help him plan a route through St. John's, one that doesn't have too many hills. Was it my idea or his? He kind of suggested, I've heard this Signal Hill thing's a really neat place to go, and so we kind of said, yeah, let's start this run at Signal Hill. It's a historic site. Probably not the best way to start a 7,000 kilometer run, is a very steep 2-kilometer downhill. Running downhill, it really hurts your calf muscles. And yeah, I got up early this morning, took a cab up to the top of Signal Hill, and met up with Troy. We chatted for about an hour, shot some videos. Several people dropped by. They had seen Troy on the news and wanted to meet him, including an older gentleman who himself had a brain injury back in the 70s and ran across Newfoundland in 1981. It's very neat to see someone like that drop by. Off we went, just Troy and I. We ran together down Signal Hill. There was a few other joggers at the bottom of the hill that we met that happened to join in the fun. 2 kilometers into the run, we hit our first famous landmark, the Terry Fox Mile Zero monument, and we stopped briefly to get some pictures there. Then carried on along the waterfront, Water Street, Harbor Drive. Then made the big right turn up, what's that hill called? Barter's Hill, Garrison Hill, God, I can't remember. Too many hills in this town, but that's when I tapped out and mockingly hitchhiked and got picked up by his parents, who were driving the van, or the bus, I guess we'll call it. And we kind of led Troy through the city to the, the edge of town, and off he went. I survived about 5K, and Troy carried on out Kenmount Road into Paradise, Newfoundland, up to Conception Bay, and took the old road all the way to Holyrood today. He ran 48 kilometers, and he did so in a very fast time, I think under 5 hours. He shot a video afterwards, and he looked fine. He wasn't even out of breath at all. I think he's going to be just fine. troysrun.com for more information. He does have a non-profit foundation, I guess they're called in Ontario. He's using that entity to, bring in some funds. Running across Canada is not cheap, especially when you've got a big vehicle that takes gas, which you will literally be living out of for 9 months. And yeah, just an amazing experience for me to actually run alongside of somebody. I think he's only the 8th person to run across Canada, and he is the second of whom I've gotten the privilege to meet. I met Candace Sutherland a couple of years ago in Nova Scotia as she was running across Canada. But to actually meet up with Troy and run the first 5K with him was, it's a dream for me. I've always thought it'd be neat to run across the country, but given my age and the injuries I've got from running and just the logistics, I can't see myself being away from home for 9 months. Who's going to feed the cats? And yeah, just a lot of fun. Made my day, made my year. Anyway, thanks for watching, and do check out Try's website. Send him an email, say hello, and then wish him well. Take care.